my god!
You are joking.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Wow, dude. Oh, that's so cool.
No way!
What is happening?
What is this? Oh gosh.
Now, some of our PCG members got to take a sneak peek at the 1.8 patch coming up on Tuesday, September 2nd, and that was some of their reactions. So I can't wait to get into some of this. It's going to be fantastic. I am joined by none other than LermyWermy. Lermy, how you doing?
I'm so good. Choice today is going to be absolutely insane. We've got so many new things to talk about today, including a brand new hero, what might you say, world-changing, destroying, amazing feature coming up that is going to really tell you the kind of evolutions that we're making forward here in these next new patches of Predecessor. I hope everyone back home is excited as well to see all this cool stuff we've got to go over today, because there's a lot, number one. Number two, it's really sick.
There's definitely a lot that we have to cover today. So to let you know, everybody buckle up, because there is definitely a lot of content that we have to go through, and we want to kind of go through it a little bit fast. Because we want to get some more into your hands. So just to let you know, after the stream, some of the content creators are going to have their hands on another build for 1.8 to show you live on their streams after the stream. So stick around. It's going to be very awesome. The content creators are going to be releasing some videos and some live streams to show you guys what's happening in 1.8 and how amazing this patch is and how game changing it is. So Lermy, let's talk about a little bit some of the points that we're going to be going over. Like you said, new hero. We've got season 1 split 2 coming up September 2nd, and we've got some new features coming up with that, and then we've got what you were talking about, some world changing stuff. So
you could call it cataclysmic, maybe. Even we'll talk more on that later.
Oh yeah, we'll get into Armageddon there a little bit later, but it's going to be very exciting. But first of all, I know on our sheet it says that there is a video. There is not. So let's go into the introduction of the next hero coming in 1.8 in Predecessor, Acaron, the Demon King.
Yes. The long-awaited arrival of the Demon King of Ashkarath is finally coming in 1.8. This upcoming Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen him on your loading screens. You've heard him up in the sky, that giant eyeball. Well, now he's finally going to find his form and make his way into your games, or even into your hands. Either way, though, very excited to introduce the newest offlaner, who can also do a little bit of off-rolling into jungle, or even support, surprisingly. We've been seeing a lot of action of him all across the battlefield in a variety of places. He is kind of the epitome of a terrifying creature to behold. If you guys have seen the art on social media that we just showed off as well in that trailer, he is a little bit of a monstrosity, but in the best way possible. You know, we're finally getting a non-humanoid champion, and that is the most exciting thing for me about this release, is that he is just so unique in so many ways, and the visual style is just next level.
Next level is definitely the word for it. It is a few levels past next level. It's pretty insane. I'm so excited to see what you guys do with this hero once they are released. But we're just about to jump into the ability overview video for a first look here live on the dev stream. But I wanted to talk a little bit more. I just want to how what is the word? I want a little lore from you. I know that you have been one of our echo seekers for, moving into some of the new lore going into Predecessor. So tell us a little bit about Demon King before we get into this ability overview video.
Yeah, so of course, Acaron is the Demon King of Ashkarath, which is one of the worlds that you guys have heard bits and pieces of so far. You know, it's kind of this mysterious place where there's a lot of bad things happening, more or less. But essentially, Acaron used to be this giant threat to the greater universe, and he was sealed away in there by the Koro Shinzo, so basically by the people that, or rather the group that Yurei and Rena were once a part of. Of course, Rena defected at a certain point, being tempted in by the call of the Demon King. So, of course, at that point, Rena wanted to work against everything that Yurei had been going for in keeping Acaron sealed away. But now Acaron's finally free, ladies and gentlemen, which means that it's time for a bit of destruction to come across the land. You saw the rift in the sky. Well, the rift has been torn wide open now. Acaron's free, and his legion follows with him.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, without further ado, let's get in and see this monstrosity live here on the Predecessor Red live stream. See you in a second.
From beyond the rift comes a force of unrelenting power, twisting the world to his will. Steel your courage, champions. Acaron, the Demon King, descends upon the battlefield. Acaron is an unholy predator who thrives in the heart of battle, sustaining through every strike as his hunger grows. He bends the fight to his will, dominating all within his reach before consuming his foes to fuel his rise to unstoppable power. Acaron's passive ability is Pact of the Devourer, feeding his relentless pursuit of power. Each time he strikes an enemy with a basic attack or ability, or endures a hit from theirs, he gains a stack of hunger, increasing his ability haste. When his hunger reaches its peak, Acaron becomes awakened for a short duration, maintaining his ability haste while gaining bonus damage mitigation, ready to dominate the fight. Acaron's primary ability is Hellfire, where he unleashes a nightmarish demonic eye that surges forward across the battlefield. As the eye advances, it rains down a relentless barrage of scorching fireballs, dealing magical damage and slowing enemies caught in the blast. When awakened, Hellfire becomes even more devastating, unleashing an intensified storm of infernos to overwhelm his foes. Acaron's secondary ability is Weblash, where he hurls a writhing, corrupted web that latches on to the first target it hits. If the web strikes an enemy hero or unit, the impact roots them in place and spreads across the ground, creating a slowing field that hinders all caught within it. Acaron can also unleash Weblash on nearby walls, anchoring himself above the battlefield. From this vantage point, he can cast his other abilities or slam back down, dealing physical damage and stunning enemies in the area. Try using Weblash to latch onto a wall, unleash Hellfire from above, then crash into your enemies for a crushing finish. Crushing Maw is Acaron's alternate ability, where he snaps his monstrous jaws shut, tearing into enemies in front of him. The closer they are to his fangs, the more damage they take, while stripping away their armor in the process. Each enemy struck heals Acaron, and if this ability kills, it reduces the cooldown of his non-ultimate ability. If the victim is an enemy hero, Acaron instantly becomes awakened or refreshes the duration if he already is. Try using Crushing Maw at point-blank range to shred defenses, maintain his sustain, and chain abilities for devastating follow-ups. Acaron's ultimate ability is Consume, where he unleashes a deadly vortex, pulling enemies into his monstrous maw. Any hero swept into his jaws suffers massive damage, healing Acaron the moment he clamps down to fuel his unholy power. If the target is below a certain health threshold while Acaron is awakened, Consume will execute them instantly, granting him permanent physical and magical power for the rest of the match and triggering his awakened state again. Whether striking down the vulnerable or throwing teamfights into disarray, Consume fuels Acaron's rise with every soul he devours.
This world will feed me.
Death from above lets Acaron chain a second weblash, leaping from wall to wall for relentless pursuit. Vortex of Torment alters Consume to push enemies instead of pulling, while increasing its damage. Insatiable Hunger passively builds hunger stacks over time and extends Awaken's duration. Try building into items that match Acaron's unique scaling, focused on either physical or magical power to enhance different aspects of his kit. Magnify and Void Helm are great for sustain in the off lane, while Basilisk and Draconum help with ability haste and durability for jungling. Devour your foes with Acaron. Coming to Predecessor on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC.
And there it is, Acaron, the Demon King of Ashkarath, an absolutely monstrous hero model. I'm so excited to see it in game. And speaking of in game, Lermy is going to take us through a little bit of some live look in client. Let's get it started here, Lermy.
Let's do it. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Acaron is here, and he's going to make some mayhem. You guys did see the full ability overview there, so that's very exciting. But some more fun stuff that we can talk about with this kit is just how flexible he is. Of course, he's got complete dual scaling across his kit between physical and magical power, so you can go either direction, which is fun. And he's also got unique scaling of max health for the way that he heals. So if you want to build rather tanky, you can keep that sustain up, which is a ton of fun. And additionally, his Q scales off of ability haste. It has more projectiles that come out of the eye. You know, this thing right here, that thing. Yeah.
Ooh.
Also, just as a forewarning, the damage is going to look really high here because I do have the ability haste toggle on, which it turns out when you have max ability haste, it makes a lot of stuff come out of the eye, which is, of course, going to do a lot of damage. So, it won't be doing this much damage in your games with no items, I promise you that, but keep that in mind. But yeah, so there's a lot of really, really fun combos you can do with this character. Of course, jumping onto the wall, jumping onto him, pulling him into the eye, all of these various things together makes Acaron so strong at close ranges. And you can also kind of min-max the place where you personally want to play as Acaron as well. Do you want to be more close range and fighting in the middle of things? Well, the physical scaling is going to be your best friend in that case. But if you want to stay a little bit further away, keep some range on your enemies, and keep them at an arm's length, then magical scaling is going to be where it's at, of course. But there's so much fun to be had, especially with those augments, ladies and gentlemen. My personal favorite has to be the Weblash augment, where you can go between walls, jump around, do some fun combos, keep everyone sort of guessing as to where you're going to go next. The fun part is you don't even have to go between wall to wall if you don't want to. What you can do as well is shoot your second one from the wall, root them, crash on down. There's so many combos to be had. I'm so excited to see the various directions that you guys will take with the combos coming out of the character, using abilities on the wall as well. You can also ult from the wall, things of that nature, and then crash on down on top of them. That's another really fun combo to do. You love to see just very, very flexible kits. So I am so excited to see the mastery really shine through with this one. And get those montages ready, folks, because I'm convinced there's going to be some crazy plays, especially in those team fights.
It looks incredible. Now, I know one of the things that we had to do for this hero, not only do we have to do some brand new rigging for the hero model itself, but we also did some new tech for the web slinging. Take us through a little bit of some of that.
Yes. So when you're on the wall, if you kind of notice here, there's a lot of technology that we kind of started to work into this character to position him on the wall accordingly, get those grippers gripping, you know what I mean? So that is one big portion of it. But another thing that actually went into this is a kind of camera visibility feature where, as you can see here, when your camera is inside of the wall, or as it would be inside of the wall, you actually can start to see through Acaron's mesh because he's a big boy. So you want to be able to see your targets while still being able to look at your animations and look at your targeting and things like that. So making sure that that was all going to feel really natural was something that we really wanted to focus on. And on top of that, you may be noticing here, we typically don't have targeting for lobs. And what this is essentially is Acaron treating himself like a projectile when he leaps off of this wall. So we also got to pioneer a new feature of lob targeting for Acaron, which, you know, in the future we could be using for more characters, applied to old characters, which is very exciting. It's going to make those abilities a lot more accessible and clear when you're using them as well. So that's just another one of the very, very cool features that the team worked on to make this character feel so versatile, flexible, and overall just very clear to use. And I am so excited to introduce more of these features across the board because it has been such a journey, but honestly, it has been so much fun to work on Heroes and work through these features, and hopefully we'll be able to do a lot more cool stuff thanks to all of these new heroes we've got in the pipeline.
Incredible stuff from the team, from the dev team, game design, all around. You guys did some pretty incredible stuff. I mean, this isn't the only thing. I mean, we've changed a lot when it comes to 1.8, and we're going to get more into that a little bit later. But I mean, tons of new tech coming into the game. You know, some of the stuff that we're going to be able to do with heroes in the future. I mean, the verticality here for this big boy is fantastic and super fun.
Oh yeah.
So I'm really stoked. I'm very stoked, and I'm so excited that I would like to give away Acaron Day 1 when he's released on September 2nd. If you are in Twitch chat, go ahead and type in !Acaron to be entered into a giveaway. We're going to be giving away 5 Day 1 Acaron. So go ahead, type !Acaron if you are in the Twitch chat. I'm sorry, we do not port the YouTube chat just yet. We will get there. But yes, type in !Acaron, and we're going to give away some more of this while we look at Lermy doing some incredible stuff. Look at that. That looks so nice. What was your favorite part of creating this or working on this champ, Lermy?
Oh gosh, it's kind of cheating to say getting on the wall here. Just being able to work with wall tech is kind of the way that I'll like use as a broad umbrella here, is so challenging in 3D games, because a lot of the times when you talk about like collision and things like that, it can get a little sketchy in terms of maintaining all of that across every single surface, especially when you can get as high as Acaron can in many instances. Making sure that all of that feels good and natural and flexible is very, very important, right? So we had to make sure that we were doing features as well, like on the edge of the map here, you can see that some places are not accessible due to, you know, us wanting to make sure that everything was feeling as flexible as possible. But you will also be able to see that if I had the right targeting enabled here. I actually do highly recommend that you guys do what I'm doing right now and switch this ability over to quick casting so that you're going to be able to more easily see when you can latch onto walls.
Ooh.
Of course, the green arrow, very similarly to yin and things like that, will change color if you're able to go. And if you're not able to go anywhere, it will be blue. If you're hitting an enemy, it will turn red. And all of this will help you to understand exactly where you can go. So even though I had an instant cast there for a little bit, I highly recommend using quick cast. I think it's the most accessible way in terms of being able to see where you're going to go and keep all of your abilities in line.
Beautiful.
Yeah, wall tech is difficult and also very rewarding at the end of the day when you get it right.
Yeah. Shout out again to the dev team, to everybody who worked on this hero, to everyone who built the tech in the game to make this happen. Very exciting. We've done a lot of tests. Lermy has done a lot of tests for this champ, and I think are you happy with where we're at with Acaron here?
Yes, overall, I think I'm just so proud of the effort that the team has done, especially on the animation side of things, and I am so excited to see all of these little minute details. Like you can see when he's up on the wall, his torso rotates And all of these small details
What?
really do add up over time to really demonstrate to you exactly which way that he's facing, where he's going to be shooting from, where he might leap to. These things and more were just some of the details that the team went into, including, I do want to show this off as well, is walking up slopes. May seem like a simple thing to do, but when you've got as many legs as Acaron does, making sure that this actually looks smooth and bright, I guess you could say, true to nature. If a spider demon man is natural, is very challenging. So getting all of these things to blend nicely and work together is such a huge challenge that the team is really knocked out of the park.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Well, I see a lot of people in chat that want to play Acaron on day 1.
Let's go.
So we're going to go over here. Let's go based chat. All right, everybody. I'm about to pull. We're going to give away 5 day 1 Acarons. Okay. 5 of them. We want to make sure that everybody is going to enjoy this champ. So let's give away 5 of them. All right. How you feeling about that, Lermy?
That sounds incredible. I hope that everyone that is, entering to win right now does end up playing him in the end, but I'm so excited to see the folks that are going to be grabbing him early and for free. Check him out.
Going to be awesome. Well, I'm going to be pulling the first one in 3, 2, 1. First one, Arc 9 Dragon. Arc 9 Dragon, ooh. You have won the first giveaway of day 1 Acaron, but that's not all. We're going to pull another one nice and quick. Arc 9 Dragon, make sure you message us here on Twitch at Predecessor Game on Twitch so that we can get that sent out to you on day 1. All right, pull in the second one in 3, 2, 1. Boom, Off Pick Pro. You have won Acaron day 1. Make sure to message us here on the Predecessor Game Twitch so that we can get that sent to you on day 1. All right. We have 3 more of those, but we're going to save it for a little bit after because we have a little bit more stuff to talk about here, Lermy.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we've got season 1 split 2 coming up September 2nd. This is going to be fantastic because we've got tons of new features coming in. This is going to be a soft reset for ranked. There's a new battle pass. There's some exciting new stuff. So let's talk a little bit about it, Lermy. Let's talk about battle pass.
Let's do it. I'm so excited to break it down with you, Choice.
I'm so excited. Wrath of the Ascended. So we had our demonic themed battle pass in this last one, and split 2, it's going to be the angelic theme. And let's look at a little bit of new graphics for this. Ooh.
Oh no, the demons. Oh, who is that? Is that Twin Blast?
That is an epic Twin Blast heavenly. It's beautiful. Wrath of the Ascended Battle Pass is coming in September 2nd. It's going to be angelic theme. We're going to be hunting some demons now. We've got the Demon King invading us here on Sanctuary, and now we've got to pick up arms and in the fight against him and all of his little demon peoples. So I'm very excited about this. We've got tons of new skins coming in for this. We got the Twin Blast skin, obviously, that you can see here. We have a Severog, a very cool Shinbi skin, some recalls, some other effects coming in for this one. It'll be fantastic. Anything you're looking forward to in particular, Lermy?
Oh, I really do enjoy the Twin Blast skin number 1, but Shinbi is a very, very close second. I haven't played a ton of Shinbi in ranked recently, so I feel like getting some new threads to be able to rock the off lane is going to be very, very necessary, especially when you're going to be seeing Acaron quite a lot over there in particular.
Oh yeah, and I am actually about to pull this up. I just want to show off some of the key art for.
Yes, let's take a look.
For this, because it looks so good. It's some of the key art for all of the skins that are coming in the pass, and it is coming up right now. Look at that. We've got a beautiful Wukong skin, this insane Shinbi skin, which has a purple variant. So thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
Choice is ready for the purple variants.
I'm going to be getting that purple variant for sure. We've got the masked Sevarog skin, which is kind of funny because he's like a phantom-y, demon-y guy, but this time he's gone over to the light. He knows what's up.
He knows, you know, he might not be able to take on the Demon King by himself, so he's got to pair up with the other demon hunters. And that way it might work together, you know? Get the whole squad rolling up with these more angelic skins, and there's no shot the demons are going to take you down.
Exactly. And now, because Split 1 is now ending, it's coming to a conclusion here. There were some Morgesh skins that we had teased quite a long time ago, quite a few patches ago, and those are going to be distributed sometime in patch 1.8. We just want to make sure that, you know, bugs and everything, you know, with some of the new stuff that are coming out, we want to make sure that we are on top of everything before we get these out. But if you need a little bit of a refresher, and I don't know if we actually showed off, but there's a skin for every rank, if I'm correct.
Oh, dang.
So let's look at just the gold one, because for all my gold homies out there, this is the gold Morgesh skin. And now you could start to kind of surmise what the other ranks are going to look like. So you're going to get one for the highest, for your peak rank, if I am correct. You're gonna get a Morgesh skin for the peak rank that you made in Split 1.
That's insane, actually. There's still a couple days left, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get more of these variants, make sure that you are jumping into those rank queues while you still have the chance to. Me personally, I've been doing quite a lot of grinding because I know that I would love to get more of these variants, and that would be so amazing to hit up to that Paragon one. Oh, it's going to take a lot of work from me personally, but maybe for you guys who have done a little bit more grinding than me. Maybe you're up in that plat diamond tier, you're getting so close. It's time for you to finish that grind, ladies and gentlemen. You got a little bit more time. Make sure you do it.
Absolutely. And then the last thing I got the okay, because it wouldn't be a dev stream with ChoicePlays without a little bit of a leak. Okay, not just a little bit of a leak, but we have our Split 2 skin concept for the next ranked skin coming, and it is a beautiful Seraph skin that's going to come just like the Morgesh skin in all of the colors of each rank coming into ranked. So it's going to look really good, especially when, you know, we get those Paragon colors in there. Beautiful.
Very excited. I mean, Sarah just has so many options as well, especially with the wings to have some fun colors in there and stuff like that. So, you know, we'll see how that ends up looking overall. I know that even in general, like, Sarah just has such a cool vibe, and this, like, more Marauder style, I mean, it definitely feels like someone who's conquered the rank ladder. So I know that this skin's going to be absolutely styling.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be really cool. All right, let's talk a little bit about some expansion. This is another really cool thing that's coming in 1.8. We are expanding into some new regions. I can't wait to tell you. We're going to be expanding into Japan and MENA. This is going to be beautiful. We are expanding. We're getting new servers in both Japan and the Middle East. It's going to be fantastic. We're excited about those regions and some of the players that are in those regions as well. So excited to be able to, you know, give you guys a closer server, a better server, instead of having to, you know, jump into servers way far away. Now you get a server pretty close, and then we're going to be continuing expansion, you know, leading into the future. But we don't want to say too much just yet. But I wanted to talk about Japan really quick because it is going to be, the game is going to be fully localized in Japanese. So I just wanted to show a quick little video. Because let's take a look at localized Predecessor in Japan. a very exciting look into fully localized Predecessor in Japan. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to join, or for Japan and MENA to join us here in Predecessor with their own servers and all that really good stuff. It's going to be exciting. Stoked, Lermy. I kind of want to switch my language in the game to Japanese because it just looks so good. It looks fantastic.
I mean, Japanese is a very hard language to learn, don't get me wrong, but it is such a rewarding and fun language overall to learn. So if you are trying to, by all means, get more used to the language, if you want to visit in the future, it's a great way to do that. Switch your language to wherever you're trying to go in the world, as long as it's available. And we've got Japanese coming soon enough.
Very cool, very cool. And also, one of the reasons why Robbie isn't joining us is he's actually basically on his way to Japan right now to
That's so exciting.
Yeah, do some rounds of like PR stuff and hang out with the people out there and get Predecessor in that region and just talk about it. So that's very cool. Can't wait to see more from that, and hopefully better make some content, or like do something, post a video, my man.
At least take pictures.
Yeah, take some pictures. Yes, because we want to see that. That'd be really cool. All right, to our final thing today, our final major feature.
I mean, you say final, right? But there's so many pieces to this thing that
yeah.
there's still a lot left to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you worry. We've got something groundbreaking, world-shifting, apocalypse beginning. There's so many more adjectives and words that I could use to describe this feature, but you'll understand soon enough. We're almost there. We're almost there, chat. Don't worry.
Oh, it's going to be incredible. I can't wait. So let's talk about it a little bit. So we talked about for a while some map changes coming into Predecessor for the Sanctuary map. Now, we're going to be showing off a ton of stuff over the course of the next few days. So we want to give you guys a little bit of a taste of what's about to happen when we get into this. So get ready for some map changes, and I just want to show. I just want to show stuff. I want to show everything. It's gonna be pretty chill for now. But let's. How do I want to do this, Lermy? There's so many things. Let's just do this. Get ready for World Shift Cataclysm, where the world breaks, where we have new things. We have a new neutral camp. We have new pathways, new ways to traverse the map, new ways to play Predecessor in general. It's going to be epic. And I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on this. This is World Shift Cataclysm. And let's talk about it a little bit, Lermy. It's going to be, once again, we're going to have lots of content coming out over the course of the next few days. So definitely stay tuned. But what you can see there is a neutral camp dying and the world breaking. So let's talk about it, Lermy.
Yeah, I guess the first thing that we should talk about is, what is a world shift? Well, as you can see here, when that neutral camp dies, which we'll talk about more as to what that is, what it does in a little bit, but as you can see, the world starts changing when it dies. So what does that involve per se? Well, it essentially is going to be a transformation of the map, and this can involve a lot of things. Pathways will be different. Bosses will have various effects. There could be new geometry in places where you haven't seen it before, and new interactable pieces of the map altogether. So overall, a world shift can mean any of those things. As for today in 1.8, we've got one variant of world shift coming to you. This, in the long term, is intended to be a feature that brings more variety to your game-to-game, whether we have different world shifts going on, multiple on the same match, random going into various matches. That will be determined at a later date. But for now, we just want to essentially experiment with this feature to see how people really dig into all these new gameplay features combined, and then assess how people like it, what people want to see more of, and then go and design even more world shifts in the future. So today, let's talk about Cataclysm, because that is what we've got. So the first thing you've got to know about Cataclysm is that when the map initially spawns in, there will be 2 new pits on either side of the mid lane. And so they're also mirrored on each side. And those guys will contain new monsters called the Seedling. This Seedling is this little guy here. Isn't he so cute? Yeah, you're going to have to go kill that thing on either side. I'm sorry,
This is very
little
sad.
guy and little guy enjoyers. But yeah, this guy is a new kind of mini boss in the jungle. As you can see, Acaron taking on this little guy. He's got some interesting attacks as well, so he's not just a mob that just bites you. He's got some fun moves that he'll be able to take you on with, and you'll want to play around accordingly. But yeah, so this guy is called the Seedling. There's going to be 2 of them that spawn at the beginning of the match, and you know, it has a little bit of a startup time, so it's not immediately, but a couple minutes in, we'll be getting 2 Seedlings, and they'll be on either side of the mid lane. So, what happens when you kill them? So, they give you golden XP, and then they also respawn after 4 minutes after being killed once both Seedlings are defeated. At that point, once you kill both of them, or either team kills both of them, only one will start spawning on either side. It'll choose a random side, and then it will alternate between spawns at that point. So again, kind of mini objective. You can probably do this with one person if you're the jungler, or if you're not the jungler with Hunt or any kind of other big damaging ability, you might need another person to help you out with it. But at that point, you'll be able to get some solid gold and XP lead, which is going to be nice.
Speaking of,
however,
its ranged attack does more damage than its melee attack. So be careful, mid laners who try to solo it. It hurts very bad.
Yes, you'll want to try to stay close to it if you do actually try to fight it as the mid laner. So again, more tips there from Choice in terms of how to take it down. So Seedlings, we take them down. We get some golden XP. What's going to happen is, though, each time the Seedling respawns, it gets bigger. And the power of the Seedling also goes up, which means it's a little bit harder to kill each time, but the rewards also go up as well. But, okay, enough about the Seedlings. Let's talk about what happens when you get a little bit later into the game in these pits, because the Seedling is just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. There's even more to talk about once you get to the 15-minute mark in the game. In which case, the Shaper will spawn, kind of the evolution of the Seedling, if you will. This, again, will only spawn in one location, and it will alternate. It kind of works the same way that Mini Prime and Orb Prime do, where no matter what's going on, in 15 minutes, the Shaper will show up, and then this is where the start of the Cataclysm exists. Killing the Shaper ends up taking the world in a whole new direction. The Cataclysm begins. Meteors rain from the sky. A rift opens. You'll see the sky turn red. And it's just this amazing cinematic sight that everyone's going to be able to view from anywhere on the map, essentially. Very, very exciting stuff when it comes to this. But that's not the only thing that happens. Of course, you're thinking, okay, so no matter who kills it, the world changes. But there's an extra little bit of excitement that comes with taking this guy down. Once you kill the Shaper, the team that does actually kill the Shaper gets to spawn Seedlings in each of their lanes, and they begin to push toward the enemy base as well. So, you kill the Shaper, the world changes, and then you've also got a nice little army of Seedlings to help push your lanes.
This is incredible, by the way. When you first see, okay, I'll show you the Seedling again. When you first see this little guy in your lane pushing waves, number one, it's very cute. He's got these little tippy tap sounds, when he's running down the lane, tippy tip, tippy tip. And yeah, he does some massive damage. So it's fantastic for pushing. So this is a third mega neutral objective that you really need to focus on. It does a lot, and not only does it change some pathways, it actually rains those meteors from the sky, changes pathways, walls get broken down, new pathways open up to get to different places. It's also kind of spawned some new things. So let's look at some of the geysers. So geysers will be spawned around the map, kind of in place of blast flowers, but not necessarily. There's totally new places for you to take these geysers, so they will launch you up into the air when you hit them. And as you can see, Mr. Greystone jumping way high up.
Yippee! jumping right on over into the Shaper Pit as well. And yeah, like you said, the world is going to change. So the blast cones, they're great, but these will show up in more locations as well. And the way that they work is they have a cooldown. So instead of, only having one blast plant for a couple of like minutes at least, this will happen every few seconds. So if you want to go over, you can, and then no one can follow up unless they take that same geyser burst with you. So keep that in mind when you're running through the jungle, either to go to new places or to get away from people as well. But usually these are located in a very similar spot to the blast cones, but there are also some unique locations as well.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Very cool. And then alongside that, we have a new little thing to go after. Gold plants. These are going to be spawning all around the map, and I love them. These are very these feel very good to hit. I'm not gonna lie. Tell us about them, Lermy.
It's just a nice rush of dopamine, So these will spawn every so often. They have a respawn timer, and as you can see, they're in the middle of the lane as well. So you want to make sure that you are the one able to get up to that gold plant versus your opponent, because when it drops all the gold on the ground, you need to be closest to it to be able to pick up those little extra pieces of economy that you want to be maximizing if you can. So lots of locations around the map will have this as you're going to lane, traversing the jungle, and in the lanes themselves, making sure you keep this in mind if you're a laner or even a jungler. All of these are very valuable additions to paths that you can take and things to fight over in lane.
Tons of new stuff in the map. Now, this is one of those things when we were talking about changing our map and everything, changing Sanctuary up, we didn't necessarily want to do a huge dramatic change from one thing to another. So this is, you're going to spawn in, and it's going to look very similar to the Sanctuary that you spawn into now. But obviously when the Cataclysm happens, there's going to be new pathways. There's going to be a lot of new ways to traverse and interact with the map itself. So this is going to be one of those moments where we want to get your feedback. So constantly, always be putting your feedback in. We want to hear about what you guys think, what you guys like about the Cataclysm. What do you guys dislike about it? Definitely always put your feedback in, because we are always, we're always looking at that. And this is kind of one of those direct things that we took from your feedback. We wanted to change some of the map. We just didn't want to do it super dramatically because we have like PCC coming up, which, by the way, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But we have more competitive Predecessor coming up, and we didn't want to have this huge dramatic change to the map. And then like a couple weeks later, we start doing competitive matches. That'd be kind of a big terrible change. But this is one step closer to everything that we want to do, everything that we want to provide for you guys in the community, because we love hearing from you. We love doing this stuff for you. And this Cataclysm, I'm telling you, it's gonna be awesome. Like the way you interact with this map is so cool.
Yeah, and also we can't quite show off all the more small changes to the geometry very easily here on stream, but there are some new pathways into lane that opens up. Some things become ramps that weren't ramps before, ways to get up into the air get a little bit easier, a little bit harder depending on where you're at. We want players to be able to take new pathways that they haven't been able to take into and out of fights before, and those are some additional details as well that a little bit harder to show off here, but once you get into game, you'll really be able to feel them and understand all the kind of small differences that you have to make once this world shift occurs. And again, this is just the starting point. This is the beginning. We could have even more world shifts coming up in the future, and that really is going to increase the replayability, the complexity of picks and bans in terms of, oh, this hero's really good on this version of world shift, and if we get into this one, then it's going to be even better. So keeping those more minute details in mind as you're going into picks and bans with these is also going to be really important as well. Traversal is getting a huge upgrade, and we're so excited to show off more in the future as well when it comes to even more world shifts. And oh, actually, you can see there a little waterfall going on. And that, I believe, is right behind the Fangtooth Pit on the dusk side. This is the dawn side. So you'll be able to have a new pathway going in that you've never had before. It's so exciting to see what kind of new ways that you can traverse the map and get into various different situations that you didn't have before. Another small thing I actually want to note is we're doing a couple of smaller quality of life things that we have imported into this map from Nitro, like the triple jump pad is now coming into this mode as well, so it's going to be great to be able, if you're the mid laner, just shoot it right on down mid. And of course, we've got both the lanes going in their own separate directions, and hey, look, it's a beach!
We got a cute little beach. This is this is in the off lane, right? You're looking off the side of the off lane. So cool. I
just love the scale, the sense of scale that you get from this giant planet off in the background. And here you can see some of the meteors that actually come down from the sky and ram into the ground. They leave behind this kind of crater in their wake. And also, very funny thing to note, don't get hit by these when they come down. They do deal damage. They can't kill you, but they do, in fact, deal damage. So try to avoid them. Yes. As they're raining down from the sky, because otherwise you may put yourself in a very tough situation.
Oh yeah, it's going to be so cool, and I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on this. Once again, don't forget, like, our content creators are going to be releasing a bunch of content going into this, so stay tuned to their channels, you know, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, all of the above. And some of the creators will be able to also stream. Actually, all of the PCG creators will have their hands on this, and they will be streaming the new build. So you will actually get to see this all in action. And that's going to be fantastic. It's going to be so cool. We can't wait for you guys to get your hands on this. This is one of those things that we've been putting a lot of work in, and Lermy's been putting a lot of work into it. All of the game design people, they've been putting a lot of work in. The QA people, they are our heroes. QA are our heroes. Thank you, QA, for what you do for this game.
But seriously, genuinely.
Yes, genuinely. It's pretty wild. So, give us your thoughts on World Shift coming up here. It's going to be so exciting. It releases September 2nd. So next Tuesday, we get our hands on Tuesday. Yes. On this beautiful new feature, meteors raining down from the sky, new ways to traverse the map. And I saw someone in chat saying, the people with movement abilities, they just got a buff. Honestly, I think this buffs a lot of the people who don't have a ton of mobility. Because there are easier ways to get around walls that you couldn't get around before. And I will say, like, as someone who plays Bellica, who does not have a lot of movement at all, I was able to make some pretty snazzy plays, you know, jumping over a wall or using the geyser or something like that. It's really fun. So definitely stick around and play this, because it's going to be very exciting.
Yes, overall, I am so excited to see how people interact with these new pathways. And again, the movement concern is very, very valid. We're going to be keeping a really close eye on that to make sure everyone is feeling relatively equal. Of course, you can't have fairness when you compare characters like Yurei to, you know, the ability to get up so high. And really, that's the whole point of that character, right, is to play with the airspace, versus a character who doesn't really do that as much. So we want to make sure that they are feeling as even as possible, you know, within reason. So having equal opportunities like these geysers to get up and actually fight in that space is so, so important. And this is one of the ways that we want to kind of hopefully achieve some of that equality in terms of the verticality. Is you can get up there on your own, but now that I can also get up there, now it's a fair fight.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be so good. I am so excited. September 2nd, once again, this Tuesday, patch 1.8 comes to Predecessor, coming along with Acaron, Season 1, Split 2. We've got World Shift, Cataclysm. We've got a new Battle Pass. We've got so much new stuff, and we've got a lot of UI upgrades as well. I don't have any videos for you guys, but you will be able to see it in some of the content creator videos and live streams here later tonight. And throughout the next couple of days, and when you download the patch on Tuesday, when you do that, because you should definitely do that.
We haven't even really spoken on the balance, but there is a ton of upgrades to underutilized augments as well. We're not forgetting those guys. We're going to come back and keep touching them up as they need work. Of course, some well-needed nerfs will also be on the way. A bunch of item changes as well. So there's tons to be excited about, especially on that competitive front of things, who likes to keep their eyes on the meta and theorycraft with a bunch of those different adjustments. We've got those and more for you coming up as well.
Perfect. Well, what a beautiful stream. What a beautiful unveiling of some of the new features coming in patch 1.8. I'm so excited. Again, I keep saying that. I feel like I'm very excited for every single patch, and I need to, you know, you guys need to stop cooking so that I don't get so excited all the time. You know, I just need to chill. Cooking. Yeah, okay, for sure.
Sorry, Joyce, we're not stopping anytime soon. I don't know about you, but I've really enjoyed this process so very much. It's been so encouraging to work with the team and be able to bring these exciting ideas to life. Acaron kind of coming all together thanks to so many different people has been really enjoyable to me and fulfilling as designer. So again, I want to express a huge thank you to the rest of the Almeida Studios team because they have done a phenomenal job at bringing these ideas to life. They're working round the clock, ladies and gentlemen, to make sure that everything that you saw here today is as polished as possible. And we're so excited for you guys to get a chance to check it out on Tuesday as well. So, of course, your feedback is invaluable as always. We're so excited to hear more about it. And looking forward as well to see those content creators get up to some shenanigans in a little bit too.
Very exciting. Well, let's do our final round of giveaways, and then we will do our final calls for the day. Make sure you are typing in !Acaron in the chat so that you have a chance to win Acaron on day 1. You don't have to spend any amber on Acaron. You get Acaron day 1. Make sure you're getting that in the chat. Let me throw it on up there so you can see it right down there, over there. All right, I'm seeing a ton of people, so let's do it. I'm going to pull 3 more, and we're going to do it pretty fast, all right? And make sure if you win, you message us here on Predecessor Game on Twitch so that you can claim your prize. Let's go. Choosing in 3, 2, 1. Sensei Suplex. What a name. I love that name. Sensei Suplex. You are our 3rd winner of Acaron on day 1. Let's do another one. I see you. Let's go. Make sure you message us here on Twitch, Predecessor Game. Choosing our 4th winner in 3, 2, 1. Horatio Dub. There we go. Congrats on winning Acaron day 1. No amber spent for you. And our 5th and final is going to be Fecky3552. Congratulations. Congratulations to all 5 of you. Make sure you are messaging us here on the Predecessor Game channel on Twitch so that we can get you your prize on day 1. You're going to get Acaron on day 1. Well, that's basically it. I have a couple of house cleaning things just to talk about, just to mention here really quick here, Lermy.
Go for
PCC Fall Series. If you are a competitive gamer and you love Predecessor and you have a team, please sign up for PCC Fall Series. It's going to be fantastic. We have another $20,000 up for grabs between NA and EU. So make sure you are signing up for that. The signups close September 1st. So just remember, September 1st. That's a couple of days away. That's on Monday. We're going to be closing it on Monday. So make sure you get your teams together, sign up with a team of 5 so that you have a chance to win a smidgen of that $10 or that $20,000 grand prize pool. And then here's an interesting one that just kind of is hot off the press here, Lermy. I don't know if you know this, but we are now available on GeForce Now. So if you want to play Predecessor almost anywhere on almost anything,
that's sick, actually.
You can now play Predecessor through GeForce Now. So if you are a subscriber of that service, you can get on Predecessor and play on your phone.
Nice. Wow. On my phone?
On your phone.
As well?
Yes. You can play Predecessor on your phone. Kind of sick.
That's so sick. On the go, on the train, on a plane.
Anywhere. Anywhere you have an internet connection, you could play Predecessor. So that's pretty darn cool.
Let's go.
So yes, Predecessor is now on GeForce Now. And then DLSS is also coming in 1.8. So you get a little bit better frames. It's going to up the quality a little bit without overloading your CPUs and stuff like that. And then
that's so exciting.
FSR for our AMD fans out there will be coming soon in a patch coming up. So that will actually also help our PlayStation player base as well, because I'm pretty sure they use AMD and FSR. So very, very exciting stuff. So don't forget, GeForce Now, DLSS is coming, and ECC Fall Series. Sign up as soon as possible.
Do it. Sign up now! Right now! What are you waiting for? Now!
All right, Lermy, well, that's going to be it for us today and for our 1.8. Once again, don't forget to check out all of our beautiful PCG members, our Predecessor Content Creator Guild members, as they are going to be releasing a bunch of amazing content. And then our patch notes are going to be dropping literally in 3 minutes, if I am correct. Lermy, anything else from you?
I am just so thankful to be a part of this community and be able to work with everybody on making heroes and things like that. It really is some of the coolest work I have ever done to be able to show you guys all of this cool stuff that's coming up. I am incredibly blessed to be a part of this little family we got going on. It's so much fun, and I can't wait to show you even more that we've got in the tank, folks, because every single patch, even the choice is like, guys, we brought a lot of cooking to the table. Can we do more? Yes, the answer is yes. We can always do more, and we will keep giving you guys some amazing content. So keep looking forward to new stuff. I hope you guys are excited for Tuesday, and then keep your eyes out because we've always got new patches coming. 1.9 is going to be bringing some exciting stuff on the horizon, like ARAM, if you guys recall from the previous mid-patch stream that we had a while ago. We talked a little bit about that. So tons more on the horizon. We've got more heroes, more modes, more gameplay, and more world shifts to come.
More world shifts. That's the coolest thing. I thought like this was it. When they were like, "Ooh, look at this cool thing." I was like, "Wow, that's a cool thing. I can't wait to play on that forever." And they were like, "Oh, it's going to change. It's going to be so much cooler." I'm like, "What? That's so cool." You guys are cooking. You guys are in the kitchen
We've
constantly.
Even more choice. You thought this was a lot? We've got more. You'll see soon, I'm sure.
Oh, I can't wait. Once again, everybody, the patch 1.8 is going to be coming to Predecessor September 2nd, next Tuesday. So just a couple of days away. So don't go anywhere. Just, do the thing. We appreciate you, and we will see you in the next dev patch. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.